Kaylin, how do you travel? How do I book? What do I do? Where do we go? Let's get into the video. So how I travel, you decide on a location and you start doing research on pricing and how to go and what to do. It's always nice to have a friend to travel with. So myself and Lamise have very similar interests, and that's why we travel together. So step number one is we book our flights, which is the most important. I'd always say book your flights as long in advance as possible, because the longer you wait, the more expensive the flights will get. Always keep an eye out for specials or good deals. But I know that you can check Travel Start and they compare all the prices and then give you the cheapest option for your date with a specific airline. Once your flights are booked, now it's simple. Now you need to book your accommodation. So we generally book with booking.com and we put in our dates of our travel. So if we know we're going to be in, for example, Phuket during the 4th to the 5th of May, we will then put that in and see what hotels come up within our budget. You can also filter the search to make it price low to high, and then search via that way if you're looking for budget accommodation, or you can just scroll through and see what suits your pocket. With booking.com, I know a lot of people scared to get scammed. Oh, what if it's a scam? Always check the reviews. I would generally book a hotel that has a lot of views, so that means it's authentic and it's real people. It's not just like 4 reviews that they easily could have faked between themselves at work at the hotel. Another thing I would do is check if the hotel has an Instagram account. I'll go onto their Instagram, see that they're legit, and then also go into their tagged posts. In the tagged posts, you'll see that these are normal people, normal human beings that were actually at the hotel. They tagged the experience, they showed pictures, and this is how I just verify that this is not a scam, it is an actual hotel. So that is one way of going about doing it. And then regarding excursions, so if you travel to places like Thailand and Zanzibar, it's very easy to book your excursions like in the moment. So if you go to the hotel reception, tell them you want to do a tour of the Nakupenda Islands tomorrow, they will organize that for you and get you a driver. Also, if you are going between places, there will be a driver that you speak to, and generally these drivers do the trips themselves. So you can ask the driver, please give me a WhatsApp number, and you can chat to them regarding tours that you want to do. They all know people in the industry, so they will either get themselves to do it or they will get a friend to do it, and generally they are trustworthy and very punctual. And you can also negotiate in this way to get a better rate. If you know the person and if you tell them this is our budget, what can we do within this budget, and they will generally be very keen to assist. I also travel very in the moment, so what you'll notice is we will say, okay, we're going to be in Phuket for 5 days, but we don't have anything specifically prepped for that 5 days. As we see how we feel, we'll play out the trip. Like when it's structured, you kind of have to know everything like that you're going to do, and if you fall ill or if you just don't list on a certain day, you don't want to get up on a certain day, you are then defined to, you are like, what's the word, you are committed to then go to this specific excursion because you already booked for it, because you already paid for it. So I prefer to travel as I feel, as I list, because life's already so structured back at home. I don't want to make it traveling to be a structured thing as well. So we know we have 5 days in Phuket, and we'll say, okay, we'll do an excursion this day, and then tomorrow will be a rest day. We'll just go to markets, see how we feel, play out the day. Hotels have really nice pools as well, and it's so hot that sometimes you just want to chill in the pool. You don't want to be up and about. For me, rest days are very important in travel, because if I'm tired and I'm exhausted, I don't enjoy myself, I don't enjoy the experience, because I'm more focused on being tired and exhausted and starting to feel sick, because you can really overdo it. So rest days for me specifically are very important to just factor in as well. And the hotels in Thailand specifically are very cheap, so you can afford to have those rest days in between. The nice part of also traveling in the moment is that if you're enjoying a certain place and you feel like, okay, I don't want to leave Phuket now, can I stay 2 extra days? You have the flexibility to ask the hotel, can I just add on 2 extra days and stay longer if there's more things you want to do, if there was things you didn't get to do. But if you structure your travel so much that you say, okay, strictly 5 days in Phuket, then I already booked my flight to go to Bangkok, I need to catch this flight, there's a lot more pressure. We traveled super in the moment. We left Krabi and then got to the airport and then booked our flights. So things really aren't that serious, especially in a tourist hotspot like Thailand. You get to the airport, you ask them when is the next flight to Bangkok, they tell you, you pay for it, and you take your flight, and then you get to Bangkok, this is what we did. We took the flight, got to Bangkok at like a 9 p.m, 10 p.m, sat down at the hotel and checked on booking.com for an available hotel. In the moment, booked the hotel, went through to Bangkok and checked in at the hotel. So it's very simple, and there's always going to be accommodation. In Thailand, there is so much hotels that honestly I don't feel like you could run out of a hotel, or there won't be a place for you to sleep that night. So yeah, really just take it in the moment, don't overthink it. People are very friendly. The language barrier, if you're going to tourist hotspots, majority of the people are going to speak English. Even in Phuket, when we were in Bangla Road in Phuket, like the people even knew Awe, Masakan, like they knew Afrikaans because of so much South Africans traveling to Thailand. So never fear that you're going to be stranded somewhere. There's always going to be someone to help you, to assist you. And that's generally how I take my travels. Very easygoing. Not trying to put too much pressure on myself to do certain things, to post in the moment. I'm just literally there to have fun. So I will make a separate video, which will be part 2, explaining the difference between traveling on your own versus traveling with FemPower.